Hey everyone, it's Michaela Valletta again. Do a quick video. This video, I'm going to be talking about pussy intuition, nani intuition, intuitive nani. Okay. Some of you who follow me on Instagram, you saw me post something the other day about hi Asina, let pussy be your intuitive guide. Let your pussy be your intuitive guide, right? And when I saw that, I found a lot of accuracy in that, but I also could see where that could be flawed. So that's where this discussion is going to go. Okay. So those of you who follow my work, you know that I do a lot of work teaching women about nani awareness through working with nani eggs and meditations and stuff like that. And I do think our bodies tell us a lot. Our bodies tell us a lot about what we should be doing and who we should be doing it with. And so for women, our nanis, which are our sacred center, you know, they do tell us a lot. They do give us a lot of feedback. I mean, okay. So let's get into the point. So when someone says to a woman, let your pussy be your intuitive guide, the factual and good things about saying that is, first of all, women should always be, like if you're connecting with somebody, you know, if you connect with somebody and it doesn't feel right, it doesn't feel good, it may be painful. Those all could be signs that you shouldn't be messing with that person. Now, that's not 100% because sometimes you can mess with somebody and it may not be great the first time for whatever reason. And then they learn certain things and it gets better. That's possible. But I do think a lot of times compatibility is a real thing. I'm like that even with touch. Like, I love to be touched, but I don't like to be touched. It depends on how someone's touching me. Some people touch me in a way that I love it. And I'm a cat. I'll just melt in their arms and be all up on them. Other people touch me in a way that it immediately irritates the fuck out of me and I just can't deal with it. And this person could be a nice person, but no matter what they do, it's just irritating. And so to me, that says a lot about my compatibility with them. Or at least I always thought it said something about my compatibility with them, right? I always thought that. But that's a tricky thing. It's a tricky thing because I can also say that it is possible for a woman to have great sex with a man who is not. Hold on, I'm doing something. Wait, no, I can't. I'm doing a video. I can't talk to you right now. Sorry about that. I apologize. I lost my train of thought. What was I saying? I was saying something. Oh yeah. Okay, so a woman can interact with a man, have sex with a man who is amazing and is great, but that doesn't mean that guy is a good person. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't. It does not. And then there could be somebody else who could be really good for her, but the sex is just okay. You know? So does that mean that the person that you're having great sex with is better for you? If your pussy is your intuitive guide, is it telling you that, oh my God, I have great sex with this man right here, so we're more compatible? It may not be telling you that. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not always true. And a lot of women will talk about how they have the best sex with crazy dudes, just like a lot of men say they're the best sex with crazy women. Like, now, that doesn't always have to be the case. I'm sure it's not the case across the board, but there's a lot of truth to that. You know, like there are a lot of dudes who aren't worth shit, but the sex is amazing. Does that mean that your pussy is telling you that you're compatible with this guy and you need to be with this guy? No. I do think it's important, though, like no matter how great a guy is, that the women still enjoy having sex with him. Because you could get with a guy who has all the money and the jobs and the credentials, but the sex is whack. I don't think that's a good idea either. But I'm just saying. Now, when working with the eggs, I always felt like when working with the eggs, I always taught women that your nani is your intuitive guide because, like, for example, women can have sex with the egg and most of them have no problem. But I've known women who would try to have sex with a certain dude and it was really irritating them or something, you know, crazy happened. And I always felt like that was your pussy telling you, you don't need to fuck with that dude. You know what I'm saying? And I've almost always seen that to be correct when working with the eggs and things that people have had happen. But again, like I said, it's a tricky thing. So I do think that it's very important for women to work on their nani consciousness and having a better connection and understanding. You know, definitely working on maintaining your vaginal nani health is important. And if you're connecting with somebody and you feel uncomfortable afterwards or during or something, pay attention to those things, because I do feel like it's telling you something. But I'm just saying, I feel like it could be dangerous to just blindly say, let my pussy be my intuitive guide, because it could lead you to some bad places. It could lead you to some bad places because you could be you don't want to let, I hear a lot of women say that they cannot, I hear a lot of women say they can't have sex with a man that they don't have deep feelings for, right? They're like, I have to feel connected to him in my heart. And a lot of women, if they are having sex with a man, especially if it's great, they're going to start falling in love with him. But I always say, just because a man's nice to you and you have good sex with him does not mean that he's supposed to be a man. It's not always that. But some women can't separate the two. So when you have a situation like that, that can lead a woman to a wrong situation, because this dude seems nice and the sex is amazing. So now you think, oh, I should be his girl. And no, you should not be. Okay? Because first of all, you shouldn't be having sex with anybody who's not nice to you. So that should be a given, right? And everybody that you have a sexual relationship with, that you're exploring, doesn't need to be your spouse or your partner. And so if you're using that, like, oh, like, my pussy loves him, this is supposed to be my man, like, that can lead you to some bad places. So I feel like ultimately people need to always keep their head in the game as well. Some people say, oh, just follow your heart. That can lead you to some dangerous places too. Sometimes you need your head needs to be involved. So I feel like whether you're following your pussy, whether you're following your heart, whether you're following your gut, your head still needs to be involved. Your head still needs to be involved. And the head and the gut, actually, the brain and the gut have a serious connection. So they're more connected anyway. But you have to keep your head in the game, because sometimes all that intuition stuff is not always accurate and can lead you to the wrong place when you're dealing with feelings and signs, and it's not always accurate. And people can find themselves caught up, especially when you're dealing with tricky individuals. Like I just did a video about narc awareness. And I'm just, after I did the video, I'm thinking of more things that I meant to say about how to recognize them. But if you're out here, thinking that just because somebody fucks the shit out of you and the sex was amazing, that this is supposed to be your dude, that's a dangerous thing. But at the same time, you don't want to deal with anybody who's crushing your flower and not being gentle and making you feel good either, So you definitely want to focus on the pleasure and the care of your nani, and making sure that whoever you allow to experience her and to enter her is deserving and a respectful person. That's a given, but sometimes don't allow it to make you think that you're supposed to have this man's babies, or you're supposed to be his wife, or he's supposed to be your man, when that's not. Keep your head involved too. That's all I wanted to say about that. Anybody has any 2 cents, feel free to write your comments below. And have a good day. Bye.